So what kind of a profit margin is healthy for me? And if I'm going to incur a loss, what kind of a loss margin is healthy for me to be able to say, you know what, quick commerce is still working, D2C is still working? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense, but at least from my perspective, you have to take 2 steps back and first think, what do you want to build? If you want to build a company which is highly profitable, scaling, say, 20, 30, 40% year on year, and you're enjoying your work-life balance, that's a great business to do. I mean, then you could just pick up few products, pick up few marketplaces, reverse calculate and keep your pricing accordingly, saying that this is the sort of margin that I want to hold. These are the obvious commissions, logistic cost, etc. This is the marketing, and this is how I want to build it. But if you want to build a brand which you are very clear from day one, saying that it is going to be widespread, I want to build it, giving my everything for the next 5 years, and sort of make that noise, then you need to start really slow, keep your cost really, really slow, do as much as you can by yourself. Like I told you, right? We never knew anything about marketing. I didn't know the meaning of RTO when we started Snitch. RTO is return to origin. I did not know the meaning. When the first parcel came back is when I realized, acha, ye kya hai? That's when someone told me that this is RTO, which means customer placed an order but did not, take the delivery. That is why it's come back to you. So you have to really start really, really small. Learn from the sort of mistakes. It's okay. I mean, let it take 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. But if you want to build a very, very large business, then be consistently doing the basics right and keep optimizing on your cost.
Got it.
Like when we started, our return was 40%. Today it's at 13, 14%. When we started, our marketing was almost 30%. But now we brought it down to 20 and it'll start going lower. The main thing is, are you going in the right direction? So it's very difficult to sort of say how much of marketing is good enough. I think if your gross margins are around 65%, you could go up to a 30%.
In marketing?
Yeah.
Got it. Are you talking about D2C or overall?
Overall, I think D2C specific, then yeah, 65 to 30 is a good ratio.
65 to 30 is a good ratio. But ये offline में आते थे कैसे बदल जाता है? Like for the same piece of product, how is the margin different from offline versus online?
So today we spend 0 rupees on offline marketing, right? Everywhere we open a store, it's just a simple announcement on our social handles and messages to our consumers saying that Snitch is now available at so-and-so location. Choosing the right location is the most important thing. We built in a tool which could probably tell exactly that if I'm sitting in your office here, at this pin code, if I open a store, what is the sort of revenue that it will make? What is the sort of size that I could opt for? And what is the nearest competition looking like, right? That ability today, because we've spent so much over the last 4 years, gives that sort of ability to go zero marketing on offline. And everything that we've spent over the last 4 years is now getting attributed towards offline. And as we start scaling offline businesses and build vertically good online categories, the gross margins is just going to increase.